Make no mistake. War is coming. With all its glory and all its horror.
Well, you fought real good out there, Tychus. Your time in the freezer didn't dull your edge none.
Well, fear and violence always did bring out the best in me.
Have to admit, we always did make a good team.
Yeah. Well, that was until I went to prison and you went legit.
Right.
This is Kate Lockwell reporting from UNN headquarters on Core Hall. Let's go to Donnie Vermillion on special assignment.
Kate, I'm very pleased to be talking to General Horace Warfield. General, I understand that Dominion forces will soon be showing off their newest weapon, the Odin war machine.
That's correct, Donnie. We'll show the Odin on the streets of Core Hall itself, with full coverage from your fine network.
General, Kate Lockwell here. I've heard rumblings about some sort of logistics trouble with the Odin's debut.
Now, Kate...
It's true, Kate. The Odin was delayed in shipping, and we briefly lost communication with the production facility. But it arrived safely, so we can go ahead with the unveiling.
You heard it here first. The Dominion unveiling new weapons of destruction on the streets of Core Hall.
What is wrong with that woman? Tell her not to interrupt my interviews!
Your boy Horner is actually pulling this off. Gotta say, I'm mighty impressed.
So how does the Odin rate as a fighting machine?
Brother, it is the single greatest creation in the history of mankind. Striding around and dispensing righteous fury just about brought a tear to my eye. You just let me know when I can take it out for another spin.
You'll get your chance soon enough, old buddy. Don't you worry. So, Swan, what are the chances we can build something like that Odin?
You nuts? No way we've got the facilities for mass-producing hardware on that scale.
And here I was thinking you could build anything, Swan.
Shoot. All right, forget the scale. I'm gonna figure it out, don't you worry. And I'll come up with something a damn sight more practical than that showpiece. You see if I don't.
Sir, when Tychus came back aboard the ship, I had the techs run a scan on him.
Matt, you need to get a hobby.
Seriously, sir. His suit contains a sophisticated transponder. If it receives the correct code, it'll shut down all his major organs. That suit is a death trap.
He's got a gun to his head.
And who's got their finger on the trigger? Mobius?
Tychus, what have you gotten yourself into?
Our raid on the Valhalla facility hasn't even been reported yet. The Dominion have no idea we stole the Odin. I had to call in every favor I had, but I got the Odin on the surface with Tychus inside.
Matt, you're a miracle worker. Must have been a complicated operation.
You don't even want to know, sir. I'm not gonna let anything keep us from exposing Mengsk.
So they're still expecting to film it at the UNN studios later today?
That's right. And we won't disappoint them. Seeing as he's the only one with experience, Tychus will pilot the Odin and hit the studio guards with a surprise attack. They'll be confused for several minutes, and won't even know who to attack at first.
And during the confusion, we'll establish a forward base using this command center we acquired earlier. Pretty devious, Matt. I like it.
If Tychus can inflict enough damage during the sneak attack, making the broadcast should be relatively easy. Keep in mind, we'll only have a few minutes before the Dominion realize that Tychus is in the Odin. Once they figure it out, they'll use everything they've got to stop us.
Whatever happens, we'll be giving Mengsk one hell of a broadcast. Let's do this.
I'm in the Dominion security network, bringing up their locations now.
All right, Tychus, do your thing.
Thought you'd never ask.
Alright, so for this mission, we have about 4 minutes, starting from when we do our first attack here, to take the Odin and do as much damage as we can. There are a bunch of different bases, 3 main bases. Each one controls a tower that we're going to need to broadcast from. This one does air units. This one builds tanks, Goliaths, and Diamondbacks. And this one builds Vultures, Hellions, and Reapers. So we are going to target the northern, or the northeastern base that's going to be building tanks and Diamondbacks, because those are going to be the biggest threat to our strategy here, which is going to be the Odin, eventually backed up and supported with a bunch of medics and marines. So, alright, we're going to take the Odin right up here. Also, this base is the closest.
Big dog.
Target the units first. We do not want the Odin to get destroyed, because if it does, we don't get to use it for the mission, and it is pivotal to have it for this mission. So,
Ragnar, rock and roll.
Command center.
Heavy duty.
Repair it. We're just going to damage the buildings enough that they kind of catch fire, and then they can burn down on their own later.
Heavy duty.
Target the production buildings first. Don't worry about armories and engineering bays and that kind of stuff. That's not very important. We just want to shut down the unit production for this base later on.
This
right?
Get her done. Heavy duty. I like it.
So over here we got a pretty big cluster, so we're actually going to
for the big
use our special attack. Also use it on this group of guys here. Factory 2 if we're lucky. Oh,
this thing's
and very nice. Alright.
This get her done. I like it.
Got this tank. Diamondback.
Rock and roll.
Actually doing quite well on time.
Alert's gone out. Won't be long before they shut me out of their system.
Don't rush me, kid. Can a man take some pleasure in his work?
Heavy duty.
Ragnar, rock and roll.
I don't know
Make
if they
room
have
for a big
anything
dog.
so we'll just take out this one just to be safe.
Heavy duty. This'll get
Alright, 40 seconds or so left. Making good time. And we're going to start heading our way on down here. We are going to use our barrage
We're almost out of time.
to target and destroy their command center up there.
Don't sweat it.
Then if we...
Get her done.
Oh no, I don't think so. I was gonna say, I was hoping we could get down here and maybe do some destruction down on this base as well, but I don't think we are going to be able to.
The Dominion switched to a secure channel. I can't track their positions anymore. But I have gained access to the UNN network. We'll need troops to stay close to one of the broadcast towers long enough to get our message out. For our broadcast to reach all of Dominion space, we'll need to control each broadcast tower long enough to upload the data. Any unit type can maintain control.
You can bet Max will have something to say about that. Let's get moving.
Alright, so let's get our base going as fast as we can. Start making more SCVs, calling our mule.
Our base is up and running. I'm transferring control of it
Get
to
a
you
guy
now,
over
sir.
here to repair the Odin as soon as possible. We're going to start, we're going to build 3 barracks, maybe 4. We're going to start cranking out marines and medics.
Hardware inbound.
More
These stores are
barracks for
smaller
now.
than the Odin, but they handle better and they still hit hard. Enjoy.
That big dog is all mine.
Fail. Alright. Make sure you guys are actually... still actually targeting the minerals. There we go. Get them harvesting.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, make a couple medics. So we've got 2 bases left that we need to worry about. We have base 3 over here, which has Reapers and Hellions and things that mostly deal with doing damage to light armored people, like our Marines. And then we have the aerial base, which is going to make battle cruisers, Vikings, Banshees, that kind of stuff. So we are going to want to start building a nice contingent of Marines to defend this side of our base, which will be being attacked by the air units from base 1. Meanwhile, over here we are going to send out our single Thor and the Odin to deal with base 3, which the Odin can basically do by itself, because it's crazy powerful. Get some more fly depots.
Can I keep it?
Take out this command center. We're going to build our own here in the same spot soon.
Add-on complete.
There,
Make room for the big dog.
Not
building
enough
some Marines. Medics.
Bad news?
Hope this thing's insured.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, now we're going to wait a minute here. Grab another SCV, get him over here, and
Not enough
let him build
minerals.
another command center in a second. Now, this is important. You'll notice there's no bonus objectives on this mission, and that's because there's a secret bonus objective that's down here. So take your Thor, just send him down that way.
SCV ready.
Let's see what this baby's got.
Work. Nope.
Yes, sir.
Leave the Odin to defend. So there's a science facility here. Do an attack command, because it's technically a neutral building, and just start smashing that thing apart. Cut away here and go back to the base.
Go ahead.
Get a couple of engineering bays.
Gotcha.
Get some upgrades for these Marines. Can we call them the War Pigs yet? Not quite yet. Alright, so he's destroyed that. It dropped a little thing. It looks like it probably landed on him because we already picked it up. That has unlocked a secret mission, which we are going to do next.
It followed me home.
And that is our bonus and secret objective for this map. Alright, keep making Marines. Call in another barracks.
SCV ready.
War
Additional
Pigs.
supply depots required.
Some more supply depots.
Not enough minerals.
There we go.
Well, this better be good. SCV ready. Go, go, go.
We could use some help here.
Alright, sounds like we're getting attacked back at the base. Nothing too crazy, our Marines are able to handle it at this point. We're going to need more medics though, so get those guys out as soon as we can. And right now we are going to start pushing with Thor and Odin here. Just send them in with an attack command. Okay, SCVs, we don't need you guys following. Just hang out over here. Some guys on this. And these guys should be able to pretty much handle anything in here. The Thor will probably die. This one, so those Reapers will be forced to move down and attack us. The Thor is going to go pretty quick, but the Odin will be able to last. Everything in this base is designed to counter light armored units like Marines and things like that. And they do nothing to the Odin, basically. So just send him in there, and he can pretty much handle it by himself. Maybe check up occasionally and make sure he's not overwhelmed by too many guys. I think the only thing in here that's really gonna do any serious damage to him might be these Blitzers, because I think they do damage to heavy armored. But like these Reapers, he just annihilates. Hellions too. So just do an attack command in there and let him go. Check back up here on the base, keep our Marines coming.
The doctor is in.
And start getting our upgrades going at this point. I'm not going to worry about armory upgrades. The only unit that we even have that I think would benefit from them, why are we making more Marines, is the Odin. And
Add-on.
He's so
complete.
powerful already, it doesn't even matter. I think I must have issued a command to make SCVs at the wrong
These things
command center.
insured.
Just take these guys and move them over here.
Yeah. What's going on? Yep.
Let's see what this baby's got.
Alright.
Want a piece of me, boy?
I wish that the Odin was as good at the air base, otherwise this mission would just be stupid easy. But we'll call it a barrage occasionally to speed things up a bit. Alright.
Like it.
Very good. A couple more workers getting Vespines. Vespine's not super important on this mission, but we do need a little bit of it.
Not enough energy.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Right. More medics. More marines.
Mineral field depleted.
Just keep the Odin moving. I guess they do have another Ghost Academy. Ghosts.
The doctor is in.
Additional supply depots required.
Make room for the big dog.
Base is under attack.
Alright, so we have air units inbound. That we can't handle.
The doctor is in.
Actually, this is a pretty good spot, or a pretty good time to... Well, we don't have nearly as many medics as I wanted.
Upgrade complete.
Like, we have one
Mineral
medic.
field depleted.
Oh, no, we don't. Okay, then just...
Upgrade
wasn't over there.
complete.
Still, I'd like a few more before we move out. So, just keep sweeping around over here with the Odin. I don't know if there's really any more enemies up here for him to worry
Mineral
about.
field depleted.
We'll send a few guys to help him out, and then we'll capture this one.
Additional supply depots required.
I suppose we're in a good enough way. We'll take our group of guys we have at this point.
What's going
Send someone
on?
over to repair the Odin. We need more supply depots, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Pulse them down real quick.
Will do.
Mineral field depleted.
4 pigs again if you can. This base is almost ready. That's fine. As we move forward, we'll grab this spot. Not that we really need to overly much. So, okay, we're going to bring the Odin up here. We're going to start capturing this spot.
Strike Team Charlie, get to that tower.
Bring our Marines up to help. They're going to send teams to try and stop us from uploading the stuff we have. All that in the barrage. I like to use it on the tanks. Here's some of the wraiths. Get them out nice and easy. As well. Diamondbacks are pretty dangerous against the Odin, so that might be one we want to move in with the Marines first. Battle cruisers. We're losing quite a few more Marines than I expected, actually. I think we'll be alright.
Big dogs.
Yeah, probably should have had a few more medics when I went in there. That's alright. We will,
Let's see what this baby's got.
finish the upload, take out this battle cruiser.
First transmission uploaded. Even Mengsk won't be able to
we are.
pull out of this one.
Alright, so that first spot is down. We're going to bring him
There's
back to the
only
base.
one man arrogant enough to think he can get away with this. Raynor.
The next batch of upgrades going.
Just for once, Arcturus, this really is all about you. I hope you enjoy our show.
I think I'm actually going to build a
Warfield,
4th barracks.
get your men down there. I want Raynor's head. You understand? Him and all his terrorist friends.
Alright, so now we're going to keep building up our group here. We lost quite a few more Marines than I had expected us to. Oh, there, that's fine. We got a lot more medics this time already. So we're going to rebuild our force, and we are going to push up and take out base number 1, the air base.
Armed and ready.
And actually, right now, now that they just got done attacking, this would be a half-decent time to just sort of push on this little command center up here. So we'll just send our guys up there, attack command is fine. Build our next barracks. Once we take that area, we're gonna build our own command center in that spot and start harvesting there. Not that minerals and things are really an issue right now. But, you know, don't want to have a bunch of SCVs standing around doing nothing. We'll just run on in here. Go, they'll send a few guys down there right now. We got a battle cruiser. Alright, target that.
Add-on complete.
A bunch of Marines on the way. War pigs are still on cooldown.
You scared me.
Build our new command center here.
This baby's got.
Get out of here, refinery. We don't want you.
Want a piece of me, boy? It followed me home. Can I keep it?
Some might balk at the cost of such a magnificent machine, but I say to you, what price do you put
Too many
on
SCVs.
one's security?
We'll speed build this thing. Speed build new base. Go. All of these other Marines up here.
Armed and ready.
Odin's at full health, good to go.
Yes, sir.
And we can probably start pushing here. Yeah, we're on a good way. We can start moving now.
Make room for the.
Just get our last upgrades going.
Let's see
matter.
what this baby's got. It followed me home.
Alright, let's just start moving in.
I can't.
Those Banshees are pretty rough, so we should take them out. Oh man, that's but that's okay. We kind of broke their back with that push. I mean, they destroyed almost everyone we sent in, but we took out, I think, all the defenders they had, at least within this initial area. So while we're waiting for our army to rebuild, just be sure to keep moving forward with the Odin.
Make room for the big dog.
You can probably handle, you know, the few guys they'll send against us. We can take out their buildings.
The doctor is in.
The Odin is, I mean, he's not as good against air, but he's still formidable no matter what he's doing. So send a few guys in maybe to just keep him repaired up while we wait for our troops to rebuild here.
Our SCVs
The doctor is
We'll
in.
definitely want to wait till we have another army before we try and take the objective. We can at least start closing.
This baby's got.
The doctor is in.
Armed and ready. Make room for the big dog. This.
The doctor is in.
You can almost do this whole mission with it, Odin. Almost, not quite, but
Heavy duty.
it would be kind of fun to try sometime. Probably not on Brute. Lower difficulties, I almost definitely could say you could do it with just the Odin.
The doctor is in.
We're gonna have to pull him out though in a second repair, I think. We might be alright actually. A lot on those Banshees are pretty. Yeah, let's
The big dog.
retreat here.
This.
Something
Want a
like
piece
that.
of me, boy? Go, go, go!
Alright. Gonna call in the war pigs. Reinforce our guys we got here. And we might be in a pretty good way with this group. We'll just get the Odin repaired up. Grab your guys to speed that up.
Let's see what this baby's got.
There we go.
Heavy duty. Huh? Gangway, coming through. By the numbers, boys.
Alright, yep, this should be good to capture the
Can I keep it?
checkpoint here.
I
Send
like
them in.
it. Heavy duty.
Security breach at one of the towers. Strike Team Alpha, engage. Stop them.
Vespine Geyser exhausted.
Alright, Hellions and Reapers, they're just gonna die. Not a big deal. Diamondbacks and tanks. We'll use a barrage on them. They're a bit more threat.
You gonna give me orders?
Watch out for that. Barrage on those guys. Send your Marines over to deal with these air units.
Let's see what this baby's got.
Make sure we keep uploading.
We're almost done transmitting Mengsk's dirty little secret to the
All right.
Room for the big dog.
Now we just have one more base left, which we've already smashed. So all we got to do is
This'll get her done.
gather a few more guys together, and we'll head up there and upload the last bit of the data.
Go ahead.
How did I only get one guy on there?
Bad news?
Alright, I'm going to change the rally point for our barracks to the Odin itself. Might have been a good idea to do that all along, but I did fine.
It followed me home.
Better send
Grab everybody we
somebody
have and we'll just send them over that way. I think the Odin's a little damaged. I'm not going to worry about it. This is the last objective, and he's not even hurt that bad.
Mineral field depleted.
Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Waiting
Let's
here.
see what this baby's got.
Alright, I think this is enough.
Make
guys.
room for the big.
We can roll with this.
They're attacking a tower. Strike Team Bravo. Take them out.
If I remember right, this last upload is kind of, the defense they send against it is a little bit more pathetic because we've kind of destroyed most of their guys already.
This better be good. Armed and ready.
Alright, gonna send some Vikings over here. Load them up.
Let's see what this baby's got.
More Hellions and Reapers.
Coming through. Want a piece of me, boy?
There you go.
That's the last one. Let's see what the people will think of their beloved Emperor now.
All transmissions have been sent, sir. Every world in the Dominion just got a UNN special bulletin about Mengsk.
These shocking revelations, veritable firestorm of anti-Mengsk sentiment.
The Emperor held a news conference earlier today.
How do you respond to these allegations of genocide? Of using aliens to...
I assure you, these slanderous attacks against the throne are baseless and irresponsible.
Sir, do you still stand by the sentiment that selfless devotion to the people is the basis of your rule?
Well, of course. I was called upon to serve the greater interest of humanity. Personal power was never my goal.
Then how would you characterize this statement?
I will not be stopped. Not by you or the Confederates or the Protoss or anyone. I will rule this sector or see it burnt to ashes around me. I won't stand for this. You jackals think you can come in here and question me? This interview is over.
You know, I love seeing him squirm. But the Dominion's just gonna spin this like they do everything else.
Not this time. Mengsk used the media as a weapon for years, and now we've turned it against him. One broadcast, and won us a bigger victory than 100 battles.
I guess you're right. Well, it's what we started this revolution for in the first place. We've got a long way to go. Maybe we started something here.
Hearts and minds, man. Just like you always said.
You know, Matt, someday you're gonna wind up leading this bunch of misfits.
Oh, no. That's what I keep you around for, sir.